Very, very, very exciting to be here. It has been really interesting this week getting this YouTube channel prepped for doing this first episode of Music Cheat Codes. A lot of people came in to subscribe to my channel. I started off with just 2 subscribers, and I needed 50 to be able to do a live stream. And I've really wanted to start doing music education live streams. It's been in the back of my mind now for quite some time, and it kind of came to the forefront of my mind, very quickly over the last 2 months. So to actually be here on the first day, the first stream, doing it on YouTube is a massive privilege for me, and I'm super grateful to everyone that helped me get here. It's really, really fantastic. I've had a dream for a very long time that, so before the printing press, reading and writing literacy was very, very low around the world. It was less than 10%. And no one thought it was really going to be possible for there to be a near universal literacy in regards to reading and writing. But within about 100, 150 years, the human race on this planet achieved that, where we have a near universal reading and writing literacy. And my dream is that in 150 years, we will have a near universal music and art literacy. And this, I know that's a very big vision dream, and that's okay. I think it's okay for us all to have a couple of those. But for me, this episode here and starting this stream is the first step for me in actually partaking and trying to make that happen. So I'm really glad for everyone that's here and for getting into the chat, and I hope that you all find something inspiring in this first episode here. I'm looking for suggestions for what the next episode will be, which will be next week on Saturday if all goes well, as long as nothing else comes up. But I would, whether it's an instrument focus or a conceptual focus, whatever it may be, I'm open to suggestions. So throughout the stream, if you're inspired by anything, or you'd like to hear more information about something, or if you are really trying to get going on a new instrument, or you're looking for different ways to view an instrument, or your voice, or a piece of software even, and approach it in a new way, I'm open to all those suggestions. I'd love to help. This stream is here to, just be able to add to everyone's lives as much as I can to bring some joy into everyone's life with music. All right, and it seems like we are ready to begin. Thanks for joining me on this journey, everyone. We're in it together. Let's go. So a big one is, do you feel like you have no talent? I feel like this is something I hear the most from people when they haven't begun their journey with making music, is they say, I just don't have the talent for it. I promise you, every single musician, every single person that you've ever listened to that has made anything that's moved your soul, all of them have all felt like they are talentless at some point in time. And many, many, many of the people that you love that are musicians, they still question whether or not they're even worthy of making music. It's not about talent. Every single person already is a musician. And that is a major, major point and I hope by the end of this, that's going to be the biggest thing to get through to everyone, is that music is approachable by literally anyone, as long as you are able to manipulate your brain waves even, right? As long as you are conscious, you can even hook up an EEG helmet to your head and make music, okay? Now, I would like to go over what we're going to be talking about. So, we are going to begin by addressing what I'd like to call gatekeeping in music education. We are going to be going over a method of viewing music as a language developed by Shinichi Suzuki, a virtuosic Japanese educator when it comes to music. And if anyone has ever taken classes before, many people are familiar with the Suzuki method. It was originally developed by him, but we'll get into it. I feel as though it got led astray a little bit by institutionalism, as many things typically do. Then we're going to get into defining what a musician is, at least. Now, everyone has their own definition of musician, and that's fine. And then there's the dictionary definition. But I'm going to illuminate everyone as to my own personal definition of musician and why it's important to digest that word in that way, as well as we're going to go over how exactly, in a very real, objective way, everyone is already innately musical. Everyone is innately capable and is already engaging with the audio and audible and rhythmic arts. Then after that, we are going to be going over some resources and tools that anyone is able to download and utilize for free to be able to start engaging with the software side of making music, which I think is a very fantastic and wonderful way to be able to make, not just be able to play a song on an instrument, but be able to compose something and make some very, very, very silly sounds. As if anyone was in my stream last night on Twitch, you'd see exactly what I mean by that. And then following that, I'll be giving some practical exercises about that you can immediately get into to begin making music right after this stream. And then following that section, we will be engaging in a Q&A in which any questions that you have or any thoughts that you have throughout the stream and throughout what I'm bringing up, you'll be able to address them. And I'm here to answer your questions and get into whatever topics you'd like. And also looking for suggestions for future episodes of Music Cheat Codes. And with that, let's get right into it. So first, we are going to talk about what I call musical gatekeeping, or the gatekeeping which is present in music education. Now, to define musical gatekeeping is someone taking what is supposed to be a joyous, wonderful, exciting, and entertaining part of our lives, part of our daily lives and our capacity to express ourselves, and making it so serious, so bogged down with rhetoric and old methodologies of exercising and executing the actual application of music on an instrument or your voice, that it makes people want to run away from playing music ever again in their lives. Musical gatekeeping is when someone makes you feel like you're unworthy to pick up an instrument. Musical gatekeeping is when a parent or a teacher or a friend or a sibling or a stranger suggests by some unreasonable notion that you should not and cannot make music. And that is the largest detriment that everyone is experiencing in regards to approaching music for the first time. And that is what we are here to address in this stream. We're going to knock this out. Yeah, has anyone felt that before? You have, Joanne? Please share. I'd love to hear any experiences like that from people. Please share them in chat with everyone. I think it's good for everyone to know that they're not alone in this. Even myself, I have been playing music since I was 1.5 years old. But I have had many teachers. I can think of my professor right off the top of my head that I had for 9 years. Literally made playing piano feel like torture. Piano, this beautiful instrument that makes us dream new things. Torture. Joanne, your first fiance was in a band and told me I could never write a song. That right there, exactly, absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. We could have a episode literally dedicated to how to write your first song, and by the end of the stream, you would be able to write a song, and you could write a song, and you would. I promise you that. That's exactly what this series is here to address and why I'm doing this. It literally breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Music is yours. I need everyone to understand that. Music is yours to not only listen to, but to play and to enjoy playing. We are here to live and love this life. And music is one of the most beautiful things to bring a sense of purpose and a sense of joy into what can be a difficult existence sometimes. So above all, music is yours. And we are going to focus on playing it now and learning it later. All right? Now, there's a wonderful man in regards to making music yours. His name is Shinichi Suzuki. And the reason I bring him up in the stream, and I feel like he's incredibly important to discuss, is that he developed a music education philosophy called the mother tongue approach. Now, he did this by viewing how babies learn language. And I want everyone to think right now. Take a second. If you've ever been around a child, a little small child, learning their first words, what did that look like? What did it feel like? How are they trying to mimic the sounds around them, the people around them? Really, really remember that. What it is they're surrounded by masters of this language, of whatever their mother tongue is, whether it's English, Spanish, Japanese. And they start the silly little things, like we all once were, by just messing around with making vowel, ah, e, oo, ah, e, oo, ah, and consonant, p, sounds. And they play and experiment and play, and then see people pointing to things saying, mommy, daddy, cookie. And then eventually they start, cookie, cookie, cookie. Now the reason I bring this up is to bring it back to if you've ever tried to learn music from a teacher before, especially piano or something like that. So many times, what do they have us do first? They have us reading off of a page to learn how to speak the language of music. Has any child, or naturally, on average, let's say, does the average child, toddler, learn how to speak their mother tongue by staring at letters on a page first and having people point out every single aspect of it? No. You don't start learning how to read or write until after you have started to play and engage with the language. And that is what Shinichi Suzuki developed as an educational philosophy. Now, I'd like you to think about this. Instead of, let's say it's piano, right? Instead of sitting there with a sheet music book in front of you, right? And the teacher's like, no, look at this line in this space, and it means this note right here, this note right here, and then get the notes right, and then nope, start over, do it again, no, read the page. Instead of that method, imagine if instead they said, hey, all of the white notes work. All of them, and it's true. All of the white notes work. And in fact, I'm going to just bring on the piano for 2 seconds anyways to illustrate my point. And they sat at the left side of the piano, the low notes, right? And they started to play a little progression. Oh, let me do white notes, sorry. And then they said, take one finger and hit any white note on the top range, and then just keep hitting different white notes. And look at what this sounds like. If that was your first lesson ever, and genuinely, everyone, I promise you, I have no idea what note I'm hitting. I just know that it's a white note. And just like that, look, music. And you're sitting there jamming with somebody else, having a conversation in the language that brings some of the most joy to everyone's life. This is the approach that I am suggesting and I want to present to as many people as I can. And I actually am starting to work on my first Music Cheat Codes book that I'm hoping to publish hopefully within the year to help to bring this to more people, right? So with that, okay, music could be really easy. It could be very serious, right? Let's talk about what defines being a musician. What is a musician? Now, you can say that a musician is someone that makes music, or composes music, or plays a musical instrument. Absolutely, and you would not be wrong, by any means. And I like that definition. It's nice and easy. But I would like to illuminate you as to my personal definition of music, which is very simple. I separate it by its prefix and its suffix. Musician is made up of the word muse, and then the suffix ician. Now, muse is referring to the Greek muses, which were a archetypal or a symbolic representation of inspiration. And ician typically signifies someone that is a technician of a given thing, like an electrician, right? So a musician is a technician of inspiration. And with that, I would like to ask you all right now, have you ever been inspired to, let's say, cook a meal, to try a new recipe, to maybe build a new thing, or sew together a new thing, or maybe start tattooing, or draw a little house with a child that you're babysitting or raising? Have you ever been inspired to work on your vehicle and do something a little different? Inspired to rearrange your room? And you've used inspiration to get yourself up off the couch, to move your room around? That means that you have already been a musician. You have technically applied inspiration. And the only difference here is that we are going to get you all to take that vibe and that feeling, remember that feeling that you had in that moment, and we are going to apply it to what we call music, the audio arts. Nice and simple, just like we apply it to everything else in our lives. Now, with that, let's get into how we are all already capable and constantly performing as musical artists, as audio sound artists, or the dictionary definition of musician. It's so much simpler than you think. First and foremost, we are hardwired for it. Our heartbeats have resting rhythms that are consistent. If you take your hand, you put it on your heart right now, you can feel that ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump. There is your innate rhythm. Your brain waves are a specific, what's called hertz frequency or pitch, that if when you are relating to other people, let's say a comedian makes a joke, and you laugh along with the crowd around you, your brain pitch is resonating with everyone or harmonizing with everyone in the room. When we walk, we are walking in a gated rhythm. When we breathe in, breathe out, when we run or exercise, again, a rhythm. When we speak with another person without pre-planning or pre-writing what we're doing and just having a conversation, we are improvising and jamming with both rhythm, the rhythm of the words that we are speaking, meter, how you are approaching delivering those words, and also pitch. And this is why no one is truly tone deaf. Because in every language, literally, across the planet, we know it's a question when the statement ends in an upturn of phrase. As in, we know it's a question when the statement ends in an upturn of phrase. A downturn of phrase is a statement. A downturn of phrase is a statement. And that's all anyone across the planet needs to recognize whether or not something is a statement or a question, is our capacity to recognize pitch. And in that way, we are all singing melodies constantly. Now, that's not to even get into the much larger scale of everything, in which we literally live in a vibratory matrix. Everything is wave phenomena occurring, let alone that the solar system is actually sitting at intervals that are directly correlated with the harmonic overtone series that was first found by Pythagoras in 500 BC. We literally exist within a vibratory wave phenomenon of a life. There's no way that we cannot be capable of being a technician of our inspiration with the audio arts. Because when we go for a happy walk, that's music right there. Your steps are making sound. and they're carrying a very specific rhythm. Now, I mean, actually, it would be kind of funny. I should make what do you think? I should make a shirt. Technician of inspiration. That would be really funny. Yeah, I also, these types of ideas I would love to bring to a lecturing stage sometime. I'd love to bring this stuff to a college function. So, with all this, I would like to discuss with everyone a few resources and tools that we can immediately download, that any of you can immediately download to either your phone or any computer to be able to start playing with what we call a digital audio workstation, or just kind of making beats and having some fun if you've never done it before. There's a couple resources that I have that I guess I can post links to them too in the chat, which I will in a moment. But let me bring it up on the stream right now so you can see that they exist and they're real. So the first is, if you have a Windows PC, these are all for free. All right, this is the most important thing about it. They're free and they're going to stay free. So you can just download them and start playing with them. Don't try to compose anything. Play stuff. So if you have a Windows PC, right here, this is called Cakewalk. All right? I'll take this. I'll put that into the chat. Cakewalk is a wonderful DAW. And it is... Oh, this is going to be funny. You're going to have a whole opera? I hope you have a whole opera. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So again, Cakewalk is a fantastic DAW. It's very, very thorough. But again, this one is for Windows. Now, if you have a Mac, Apple Mac, or this also is on your iPhone, there's always GarageBand. And GarageBand is fantastic. It comes free with every Mac. Tons of people get started using GarageBand. I actually think Billie Eilish and her brother recorded a lot of their material on GarageBand in their parents' bedroom and the bathroom in their house. So you can use any of these tools and really make some pretty awesome tracks, right? Yeah, it's really funny. It's not like they were in some multi-million-dollar studio. They were just in a bedroom. And now for all phones, Android and iOS, and I need to super rep Roland. My keyboard that I have over here is a Roland. I love Roland products. I'm not sponsored by them, but I really hope to be one day. I even have a Roland hat from my mother-in-law sitting right beside me. But this is called Zen Beats. It's a really, really, really fun program. As you can see, it has all these what you call clips, right? If you look at, let's see, is my cursor in there? Yeah. If you look at all of these are different clips that you can hit play on. You can load them in, and you can arrange them, also put different effects on them. And it's a very, very powerful little tool that can make some really, really cool music. So I highly suggest this for everyone's cell phone and smartphone. And honestly, it may be cool to just kind of overview this tool at a future episode. Just show people what it can do, because it's really, really fun. But you can just play with it. And again, don't try to write a new, next level top 40 Billboard chart topper. Make some silly sounds. Make silly sounds with the intention of having fun and experiencing joy. All right? So again, to go over it one more time, Cakewalk for Windows PC, GarageBand for Mac or Apple, and Roland Zen Beats for any phones. I highly suggest this one for phones. It's so fun. Oh, and just in case, I guess I should bring this one up too. LMMS for any Linux users out there. You can also, I think it goes on basically, yeah, it's you can get it on Mac and Windows as well. But this is a pretty awesome little DAW as well to make some fun music. So I totally forgot to add LMMS. So there you go, Linux users out there. I don't know how many are watching the stream, but yep. So with that, all these tools, just playing with them, opening them up, letting yourself experiment with sound, all of this will lead to us getting to the goal of near universal musical literacy in 150 years. All right? A huge one is that literacy isn't just about getting it started with kids, right? Because to really grow literacy rates, you need children to be surrounded by adults that are genuinely engaging in whatever you are trying to get to be literate. So even if whether it's your own kids or whether it's nieces and nephews or friends' kids or any child that would ever see you making music in any way, whether it's singing, dancing, playing a hand drum, anything like that, what it does is it normalizes music literacy. You got to show them it's possible. You got to show not only that it's possible, you need to make it normal, right? The reason why I was able to start so young and continue with music so consistently is because I grew up around adults playing music in my house and brothers playing music in my house and having fun and getting weird, not just being strict. That made it so that it was very simple for me to continue to make music throughout my life and know, hey, I want to experiment with this stuff and get all weird and strange about it, right? The more we have that in the world around us, the more we are going to see in 100, 150 years, music literacy go through the charts. I'm so excited for that world to exist. So with all that, I'm actually going a little bit quicker than I thought I would go. So it's my first time, everyone. But to end out this whole section, actually, well, also, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to pose them about anything I've already talked about. But to end out everything, I'd like to give everyone a couple practical things that you can start to do beyond, again, download those programs. Music is yours. Download them, start playing with them. But beyond those programs, for more dexterity application and actually making some music ourselves, I want to go over a couple really, really stupid, simple ways to get started. All right? Now, the first huge bit of advice I need to give everyone is when you hear a song playing that you love, all right? Whether it's while you're in your car and you got your hands on the steering wheel, or you're sitting down at home, or you're, moving about your house doing whatever, in whatever way you can in that moment, engage your body, not just your head nod, although that works too, but engage your body, especially your hands and your feet too if you can, with the music. So what I mean by that is very simply, we got a beat going. Let's get the mic on this, huh? Just get those hands moving. Double tap them. Get him going back and forth. Mix it up a little bit. Do doubles with one. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Right? Anything like that. And it's all about repetition, right? So you do back and forth. 1 2 3 4 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. You do twos. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Now, I'll slow it down just in case you're doing it with me. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Do threes. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Do fours. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. That alone sinks in your body these little rhythms. And now, to bring it back to the piano for 2 seconds, I want to show you why it's important to do just a simple hand exercise like that, right? It's because when you get over to a piano, let's do, starting with the ones. Now, the reason why I bring up rhythm first, and there is a reason for it, is if you have even just decent rhythm, okay rhythm, you can play the trashiest, you can play trash cans. You can hit the piano. Sorry, that's a little loud. You can play the piano. It still sounds nice. Put a beat behind it, and then you get Primus. Right? Still kind of sounds cool. It's a little harsh, maybe not everyone's flavor. But if you have rhythm, you can literally hit nonsense notes, and it will still sound really, really cool, especially if you got someone banging on some trash cans next to you and slapping a wall. All of a sudden, you got, exactly, Primus. Primus all day. That's exactly what it is, right? Now, the other thing is sing along with as much as you can, but don't just sing the lyrics. Try to sing the musical parts too, right? Like if there's a singer, I don't know. Yeah, I'm free falling. Instead of singing that part, do the or do some of the bass line. Boom, boom, bum, dum, bum, dum, dum, boom, bum, ba da da dum, dum, da 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 dum, dum. And you don't need to do it great. You just engage with the different music parts, because what that does is it helps your ears to be able to separate the different music parts, which helps you hear when you start engaging with more people. Let's say you do that eventually to play music, all right? And that's kind of what I want everyone to be able to do, is be able to jam. It helps your ears to differentiate the different parts. And 2, it helps to internalize those aspects of the music into your body. The only way to internalize it is to engage with it in a practical way. And the voice is our best tool, maybe with a near tie to our hands, right? Or feet. Feet are good too. Now, another one is that I would like to bring to everyone's attention is, and again, these are very, very simple ones. Now, this is more of just kind of a warm-up thing or simple exercise thing. But if you have the interest in playing instruments that need to use more micro finger control, right? The best way to start with that is, let's say if you're focusing on piano, it would be like this. Let me make sure it looks good in the video. Okay, there we go. Just on a table, any table, start by just trying to lift up your pinky and push it down. lift up your ring finger, push it down. Right? Do that going through all of them. Or let them be a little bit higher, don't rest them. And just let those ones hit. Go back and forth. Switch them up, like thumb, middle, index, ring, middle, pinky. Bump, 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 bump. If you try it right now, it'll probably be kind of hard for you. But if you sit at a piano and try to do it, you can, then all of a sudden you're just taking your time at a piano to instead have fun to try to control your fingers. When you can actually do a lot of finger control by just while you're driving a car. Just lift up, you got your hands on the wheel. Boom, 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 boom. When you're listening to music, tap with it in rhythm. Just get those fingers working. That alone is going to start training the micro reflex muscles that we have running through our hands and all your ligaments and tendons to start engaging with it in a good way. So that when you actually sit at a piano or another instrument which you'd be using that microcontrol, you'll already have taken such big leaps in regards to getting better control of your hands. And this is stuff that you can do throughout your day, that you can do as you're sitting here right now listening to the stream, right? And to get ourselves into the habit of doing that will greatly increase and speed up the capacity for us to experience high levels of joy while sitting at an instrument. And just as an aside, if you want to focus on fretted instruments like a violin or a guitar or bass, anything with a neck to it, but also it kind of works a little bit with trumpet, and I guess a little bit with reed instruments too, is that you just practice doing finger touches between the fingertips to the thumb, okay? Little pinch motions. Try to put some pressure to it if you can. It can be a little tough at first, and it's probably a little bit of a workout. And then, of course, do jump fingers. Don't just do it in a row. But that right there is actually a decent bit of precision, right? And right there I'm doing pinky, middle, ring, index, pinky, middle, ring, index. And just switch it up. Index, middle, pinky, ring, right? Just those little things right there. That way when you get to a fretted instrument, your hand's already getting used to the motion that it needs to happen. And again, this is something that you can do while you're walking around town. You don't need to hold your hand like this. You can keep it by your side. The big one is always make sure that you are trying to do it in rhythm. It's a life changer. And now, for a very, more practical setting, and I'd like to do a whole episode about about getting going on the piano. But on the piano, I'll give you all a real cheat code right now to be able to have fun playing piano. The big one is that it's even better when you have a sustain pedal, which if you sit at an acoustic piano, it's the pedal that's to the right of the, 2 or 3 pedals. It's the one on the right. And what that does, and typically an electronic keyboard only has one. What that does is instead of when you hit a note and it immediately releases when you pick your finger up, like that, it holds the note when you pick your finger up. And I'll show you in a second why. It's going to be fun. Now, the way that we do this little cheat code, it's very simple. I call it the 2-finger approach, okay? I show this to 5-year-olds. Everyone can do it, okay? We have a lot of fun. It's amazing. I've taught this to 5-year-old students. I've taught this to 65-year-old students. All of them have the same amount of fun. If not more, because the 65-year-olds are having the world's opening in front of their eyes, for the first time. They're like, I thought this was lost to me. So it's even more beautiful. But it's called the 2-finger approach. All right. It's very simple. Very simple. So with the left hand finger, right, we are going to hit and hold one black note. And we're only going to hit the black notes on the piano. Okay. So here's the hit and hold. All right. And now with the right hand, you hit a couple random black notes higher on the keyboard. And here we go. All random. And then you pick up that left-hand finger and you choose a new black note. And then hit a couple more random notes with your right finger. And continue the process. Left, and then right, and then left again. Right? And then if we put some rhythm to it, things get really, really fun. And just like that, you are making music. Now, it's also completely possible to do that on all the white notes. And it's even easier. So, and here, I'll even close my eyes so you can really know that I really don't know what's going on here, right? I'm not one of those virtuosos that know where all my fingers are at one time, right? And all of a sudden you're having fun. That's just with 2 fingers. Let alone when we have the episode about the 10-finger approach. Or at least as many as you have, right? Whether it's 12 or 6. All right, everybody. And with that, and just like that, we are at the end of the main segment. So I'd like to thank everyone for being here, and I have episode 2 that'll be coming out next Saturday. And the big closing statement that I want to leave you all with: music is yours. Play now, learn later, right? Play it now, learn it later. You have the talent. Every single gatekeeper that's ever told you anything about what you can or can't do, about talent this or talent that, you take that, rip it out of your head. I'm telling you, we have ways to cheat code ourselves into absolute fun and joy with music, how it's supposed to be and how it's always made each one of us feel throughout our lives. Again, 150 years, near universal music literacy. This is what I'm here for, and this is what I support. And I know all of you are capable of helping the human race get there by enjoying and having fun making music yourselves. Well, thank you so much for engaging with me and making this first episode here so special. So I appreciate you both and everyone that's watched. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Music is yours!